I'll handle the next question here. Last week, the New Hampshire Supreme Court allowed a Manchester school district policy to continue that states, quote, school personnel should not disclose information that may reveal a student's transgender status or gender nonconforming presentation to others unless legally required to do so or unless the student has authorized such disclosure. That includes to parents. Senator Ayotte, do you agree with this policy? And if not, what type of legislative fix might you push for?
Adam, I believe that we should have a parental bill of rights, and because parents deserve to know what's happening with their children, because parents are the ones that love their children and can support and guide their children under any circumstances. I think it's also important that parents know about curriculum in our schools and what's going on so they can be engaged. So I would push as governor to get a parental bill of rights passed, and working with the legislature, and I believe that would have addressed that court opinion.
Senator Morse.
Well, obviously I was the first author of parental rights and I strongly believe in it, and I believe we should pass that. That's something the two of us can agree on. But I really do think that that piece of legislation should have stood on its own. You know, I also think that some of the things that are being talked about letting men go into women's locker rooms or bathrooms or prisons is absolutely wrong for our state. We shouldn't be having these debates like this. We should send that back to the governor, put it on his desk. I'll support both pieces of legislation, and we'll fight in the court system to make sure that we have parents involved. That's the right way to do things. But as a father with a daughter, there is no way in hell you should allow a man to be in my daughter's locker room when she's showering. That's ridiculous, and we should make sure that we pass legislation to stop that.